This will be the fourth video for section 1.4 on angles. Last time we looked at some tougher examples. This time we'll look at the toughest examples that you could see. So the diagram is the same. You still have three angles. There's two little ones and a big one. They tell you the measure of angle EBD is 18 degrees, and the measure of angle DBC is 5x degrees. They also tell you over here on the side that the measure of angle EBC, that's the big angle, is 48 degrees. So I like to write right on the picture. I know that big angle is 48 degrees. It's the same concept. These two little angles together must equal that big angle. So model that situation with an equation. 5x and 18 are your little angles. 48 is your big angle. Add the two little ones to get the big one. So there's your equation. You need to get x by itself, so we're going to take 18 away from both sides. So we're going to get 5x equals 30. Five times something is 30. Let's divide both sides by 5. Your mystery number is 6. Okay, so that's what they ask you for is x. It's 6. Also, they ask you for the measure of angle DBC, which we know is 5 times a number. Well, we know the number is 6, so 5 times 6 gives you 30. Now, you should always check your work, especially when you have the opportunity. How do you know that you're right? 18 and 30 give you that entire angle of 48. Okay, number 21 is the same type of deal. They're telling you the measures of these two little angles in terms of x. They're also telling you the measure of angle JKM, that's the big angle, 140. So we're going to add these two little ones to get the big one. So as I'm working this out, maybe you can work it out on your own, because obviously it's taking me a little bit longer to write it than it would you. There's your three angle measures. I'm going to turn them into an equation because I know the two little ones together have to add to give you 140. Solve this equation. 3 terms on the left side. We have a 4x and a 2x. They're both positive. We're adding them. That gives you 6x. We still have a minus 10. We know that equals 140. Get 6x by itself, so add 10 to both sides. Six times a number gives you 150. How many times does 6 go into 150? Well, I know 6 goes into 15 twice. with 3 left over. When you bring that 0 down, and the 6 goes into 30 5 times. So I kind of just did that in my head. You can use a calculator too, it's fine. X is 25. You're not done just because you found X. You must find the measures of these angles as well. So take your X value and plug in. Angle JKL, that's this one right here. That's the bigger one, 4X. 4 times 25 gives you 100. Measure of angle MKL, that's this little one here. That's 2 times 25, which is 50, minus 10. It gives you 40. How do you know you're right? Plug them back in. These are your two little angles, 100 and 40. Total, that gives you 140. Okay, one more concept. That's the term of a bisector. Bisect, remember, means split in half. So when we're talking about an angle getting bisected, something is bisecting the angle, something is splitting it in half. So these two little angles will be the same. This is how we show that. We put matching arcs on the angles. If this bisects the angle, these two little angles will be the same. So for example, if you know the measure of angle CAD, that's the big angle. If you know that's 50 degrees, what would these two little ones be? They'd each be 25. So when they give you the term bisector for an angle, they're only going to tell you one of these three angle measures. You can figure out the other two. Okay, so here's an example. Ray LM, that's this ray right here. It's going to bisect angle OLN. That's the big angle. So these two angles are congruent. So in number 22, if the measure of angle OLN is 130, that's the big angle. I'm going to write it in there. It'll help me and you. Find the measures of angle OLM, that's a little one, and measure of angle MLN, that's a little one. Remember, keyword makes it easy, bisects. If the whole thing's 130, what are these two pieces? They're equal. Just divide by 2. That'll give you 65. So this guy is 65, this guy is 65. Number 23 is the same type of problem. It uses the same diagram. Obviously, that ray is still bisecting the angle. But now they're telling you that one of the smaller angles is 75. So what's the other small angle? It's going to match it. It'll be 75 as well. And then how do you find the big angle? You got the two little ones. The big one's just twice as big, or 75 plus 75.